Alrighty. Where's my yeah. Alright. Let's get to it. Oops. Guess we'll just quickly zoom out. So far, weekly candle starting to move up. Nice new week opening gap. We had the S&T. Oh yeah, just looking at the higher time frame still. No highs or lows taken. Obviously. Have we gotten any new shifts here or gaps? Yeah, I mean, 2 week opening gap's acting like a nice fair value gap there. And we're starting to see weakness in NASDAQ versus ES for the short. Nothing on the 4 hour though. I think I already have an idea what's going on since yesterday. That's trading. Little shift here. Looks like it's getting rebalanced though. And there's been a shift here on the 1 hour. Just for the relevant time frame we're trading. It's good to note it. So yeah, a little 1 hour inverted fair value gap over that bigger candle. So far, Russell's being weak. Excuse me. But there's been SMT, so we'll take note of it. And Nasdaq's being weak here, respecting that bearish fair value gap, and that's a 1 hour. It's a little bearish one being formed here. This is a real shift too here on Nasdaq, so that's kind of interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, we did take this high already, so there may already be bearish S&T here, especially with YM coming up now. So looks like we're reacting to this bearish fair value gap. It's in 1 hour market structure shift. Excuse me. But other than that, I still think I could get along here on Russell. We'll see. And then yeah, ES coming back down to the new week opening gap. Everybody came back to it on that move. Alright, time to look for sort of like an S&T analysis. ES did take out a high, but yeah. So as for structure, YM is in this little fair inversion area, order block thing, and above the highs, above the new week opening gap. And ever since we had this move up, we've been weak here on Russell, and we still have this SMT here at the lows. Has this played out? I don't think so. I don't know. We came and souped these highs here on relative to the Dow, but at the same time, yeah, still that strength. So kind of tricky here on Russell, especially with this move in London. Would have wanted to see this actually be strong if this is going to keep going up. So, but yeah, there may be a possibility, we get a sweep of these lows since they're kind of relative equal lows into a key time frame too. So could get a sweep here. and that may actually trigger it along since we would be getting the bullishness and then just back into the order block. This is like, this is pretty nice. Like this should, seems like this should at least get us at least above their high or something. Don't know for sure though, but other than that, we had S&T with the Asia and the London lows, and that is exactly the way we like it here. Um, with ES and the Dow, same thing with the Nasdaq and the Dow. Um, Dow's Nasdaq's been weaker, but that makes sense. This is the area we're looking for it to be weak, and we want to see that manipulation in ES. It's likely this could still take these highs to 2. So as soon as that happens, you can't really look for a short yet. I'd only look for short when it's clearly above these levels and this is still below these levels. So that might line up with the Dow taking out this souping that as well. Other than that, yeah, I just look for 8:30 to create, or the open, to create some sort of SMT. The SMT areas of interest are just right now London session. So I think if we can crack SMT with any of these with London, um, it would mean something. Right now, it is looking kind of weak here. Dow's heading higher, and these guys are kind of weak. So it's kind of interesting. Still got lots of relatively equal highs here. So Dow Jones being weak, I think that means that we would look for ES and Nasdaq to make a lower low versus the Dow, and that could be a nice long. Otherwise, I would just want to probably look for this soup here on Russell. The way the Dow is strong here is a bit tricky. So I probably not want to. I'm gonna trade it. Any of these, I probably wouldn't want to get like normal size or trade at all. So for me, it's more about being more on caution side and just kind of watching today. And if we get a clear long here, um, it would make a lot of sense. So I may take that and just trust this low here. There was SMT into this little Sunday open, so this may also be trustworthy. Um, and especially if you're looking for this soup here, that makes sense as well. So far we have a higher low here and a delivery above, a bit of a pool, and then yeah, now we're kind of the way we would see if this is going to keep heading higher is, yeah, I think I got that wrong. I think I would want to see this show some strength, because if it soups this, to me it just like might be confirming that this soup was just the divergence there we needed for the short. But and I think we did get into a premium now. No, just shy of it. Yeah, looks like we're just shy of the premium. So yeah, could head higher. But for any relevant SMT, it should have happened here. And I think we did actually get some. Let me zoom in. Here at the low. There was a new low there. and then there's been weakness here, but I don't know if that's still that trustworthy. And we're just not moving like you would expect if that was some strength there with the London low as we souped those lows. Yeah, I mean that is clear S&T there. Um, so yeah, this may actually still head up from where it's at. There was S&T there. It was weak, but just really ugly price action. So just keep an eye on the chart. And then yeah, we got a similar situation here, manipulation low, and then S&T with Nasdaq there for a long entry there on ES. So you'd still kind of be holding that for the highs. As for this high, when we made this leg here, we took out the high on YM and it actually held up. And this SMT is just not really into, I guess it's into the close. So, you know, maybe it's literally just along into this like a little discount of this range, and then it's just gonna go. Price action just looks crap. It's just like there's such low volume. So this may just be a little discount buy. Um, it might just go. But yeah, we'd be looking for time to align with that. So I don't really know. I want to see some SMT at a key level. The only levels I would trust are I already got the trade open there. Yeah, this Asian and London lows. Maybe we just want YM to deliver to this high first, and then that's going to give us that rotation into Russell. That could happen. I think what I really need to do is constantly update this as I go, because this is not. I mean, it looks like it's gonna just deliver without me. So I think we're probably gonna deliver here in the Dow, and yeah. So far Russell has not been moving. So and we've been making relative equal lows into the new week opening gap. You know, we soup that. That could just be the level of interest, and then we use this order block here to get long. There's kind of like a level going through this. But yeah, maybe I'm too zoomed in. Honestly, I'm just thinking this might just come down into the new week opening gap here and then just rip, like in such an ugly fashion, like with no fair value gaps or nothing to use. But yeah, they've all, if you've been noticing, all of them have been keying off this order block or this one, same thing. All these lows coming in, so maybe just another low back into that. Maybe below this low. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like it's going to deliver, and then, yeah. All right. close. Otherwise, looking for a possible. Yeah, if YM and ES both take out these highs and Nasdaq's still down here, that's just like classic short, and that's something I should take um, regular size. And yeah, the target would easily be back down here. We just have to zoom out and see. Yeah, just back down below these relative. The obvious one is just that daily for value gap for sure, at the minimum. I think it would go way deeper, but just given it's a holiday, it may not go that deep. Just that quickly. So we'll see. And yeah, that just makes sense from a short perspective. Boom, take out just a liquidity pool on all these and then go down. So just gonna wait for that nice sweep here on ES. I think ES is the real trigger there. It also makes sense for the Dow, but the Dow usually is a bit delayed and it can do it a bit later. And if I'm going to be looking for a short, I am very skeptical about longing Russell. Russell already took out that pool up here, so it may just be ready to go down. And there has been little SMT strengths in here, but just they're not really playing out like they should, which is kind of like that's scary because it's something that I usually look for to trade. Um, yeah, and it still may be a long, but it is tricky because we already came from a higher time frame sweep. Yes, there's SMT here, but yeah, I don't know if it takes this out, just does not make the time. We have this SMT here. This swing high up here was literally this swing low. So weird. But yeah, I think the short is honestly the only thing that looks really clean. So if I'm gonna take the Russell long, I'm gonna probably go small, just because I don't. If I, yeah, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know if I should. It makes sense to take it, using this order block. Sweep below here, maybe the wick there gets tagged. Maybe it takes the wick out. taps the 4 hour fair value gap there. Maybe I just need to zoom out a bit here. Daily. Yeah, I mean that sweep would be just kind of us coming back into this wick here, so makes sense. 1 hour. It's a gap up here, gap there, huge gap, new opening gap. Yeah, it just seems like this would. It's just too up from there. I mean, this is a propulsion block, and it hasn't really moved a ton. So yeah, if it sweeps below here, yeah, I mean that can make sense to long this. So yeah, I would be happy, risking small, and then that way if I lose, it's like I just lost the money I would have lost if I was still long on this. Because I mean, I do think if this is a long, it could easily go higher. But if ES is taking out the highs by then with the Dow, then yeah, then I probably wouldn't want to take this. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, if ES takes the highs, then I don't want to take it anymore. I want to see this come down before that happens, and then kind of line it up with that sweep there. And then yeah, still look for that short on Nasdaq. All right, yeah, that makes all sense. All right, which PDA is relevant? Sweep on yes. Oops. And I also, it's just because it's a holiday, it's like we're just taking out higher time frame PD array on Nasdaq. So I mean, it would make sense for it to set up the short, but just move really slow. So just gotta keep that in mind. Since it's a holiday, it's like we just hit a high time frame PD array. Like things might slow down, which is obviously what's happening here on ES. So I think I don't know. It looks like it could happen today. It's looking like it. Not up here, but lower. Yes. All right, that is live.